Okay, so this journal is about how part 1 of the DDIP went for me. I feel that part 1 of the DDIP was very informative. Being able to look at my student's IEP helps me gain a deeper knowledge of my student. I'd never really seen a true IEP before. Although the IEP tells us a lot about our kids, I think the only true way to gain real in-depth knowledge on our students is from spending like quality instruction time with them. The DDIP is a bit tedious, I think, but it is valuable when implementing a useful and effective intervention for students. I had a difficult time finding standards for my student, but chose standards that I felt he could achieve, but would also push him towards his full potential. My students' assessments are kind of broad. I'm going to use the Dolch sight word test as well as a standard letter identification test. Previously in his IEP, it stated that he was well below grade level for the identification of all 26 capital letters. That doesn't even go into lowercase letters. I also intend to use flashcards for my students' interventions. Again, he did score previously well below grade level with the exam, but he has shown like really considerable progress. His handwriting's gotten better, everything. He can, I think like the last time I kind of messed around with him, he was playing a word game and like could identify like 16 out of 26 letters, so that's really good. So that will be one of my interventions. We'll just be using my sight cards, and then my assessment tool will be just a standardized letter identification test. Again, those are evidence-based practices because they're used for like every IEP. Otherwise, with the DDIP, I thought that it was really informational. I think the ecological assessment is super important in everything that we do with our students, because there's so many different factors in their world that can just affect all the things that they're doing every day in school and like things at home. You know, knowing like how many siblings they have and who's doing their homework is really important as well.